Scavengers have just gotten started. The last of the scavengers. Should scan the tall neck. See how deep the damage goes.
Ow!
If I can't find something, maybe my focus can. Looks like the scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Get at what's inside its head. Well, that fits. Sure hope it works. Well, it's in better shape than it was.
Fucking hell.
No room. Outlanders. Carja Outlanders.
I face the sun with pride, because I know I earned my place.
May the sun grant you a portion of its wisdom, young huntress.
What brings you Carja so far from your home?
There's good machine hunting in the cut. Danger, too. Some have a taste for both, and they pay people like me well to guide them. We've had a bad run this time, even after I brought this priest along to read the signs.
I did say the sun's light was cast quite red the night of the...
Not your concern, though, Huntress. May your arrows find their mark.
I hope I never come across Redmaw. It would crush me with the flick of its tail. Outlanders hate the Karja. We work hard as any tribe.
Not bad. Tonic part's still in one piece. No space. Well, that fits. Sure hope it works. Well, it's in better shape than it was. Okay, I'm right. Just need to put the power fluid through it again. And if I'm wrong, at least no one's watching. It should wake you up. Easy now. Easy. Right, it's never easy. Now I need to climb that tall neck again. I need to find higher ground. This should be a good spot for jumping onto the tall neck. My focus might see something here. Think of summer sun. focus could turn something up. Made it. Now to climb up to its head. Krogan said Reyes' apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far. Look out below! Krogan said Reyes' apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far. That must be Natook, looking out of that tower. Interesting. Maybe I could override it.
Let's talk to him first.
Naltuk?
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Ourea.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. The corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me, too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Ourea went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need.
There's but one voice Ourea wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
Alright, you want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Ourea.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is. Back.
Critical hit. Big hit. Nearby machines. It can be in Viridian.
We should...
Seems I can take care of the machines and towers. The daemon's next.
You claimed its power for yourself somehow. Perhaps Ourea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far. You should too.
You'll have to walk.
You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Araya's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Araya's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me. An aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Araya when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Araya and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Araya at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
Okay, more powerful and have a stronger elemental resistance than their normal counterparts they are first reckoned with. Side rides.
Alright, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.
Let's kill a badger. Boom.
Looks good.
As the waters recede, the people return. Singapore. A large pink rock marks the summit of Bukit Timah Hill, Singapore's highest point, at one time 164 meters above sea level. Charmaine Low records a self-hollow next to the rock. A bright smile contradicted by the nervous fidgeting with her prismatic fake nails and 30s-style subdermal jewelry. I thought I'd never see this place again. I still can't believe it's real, she marvels. Proud Bukit Timah has stood firm against time and weather, but the rest of Singapore has fared less well. With approximately a third of the island nation at less than 5 meters above sea level, Singaporeans like Charmaine were forced to abandon their homes as inexorable waters leached away their foundations throughout the snoring 20s. Now the surviving members of Charmaine's family are returning alongside many others as global temperatures and sea levels stabilize. People come by air or by water. Some seek refuge from the deleterious effects of the Siloam River tragedy, whose costs the river reverberate today. All hope to build new lives atop the collapse of the once stable and prosperous country. Singapore represents one of the many states abandoned by their citizens in the aftermath of heavy coastal flooding. Questions surround ownership are difficult to answer. Government and law enforcement personnel fled far in advance of the countries. Devastation and documentation of titles is scattered at best. The plot of land on which Charmaine's childhood home once sat had belonged to the Low family for almost a
Never stop moving! Turn the fight around. I must yield my spear to you. Over so quickly.
These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above.
not what I want. I want that. Okay. Fingers.
This must be the ruin Lala was talking about. Deep in. Flooded too, like she said. Sentinels. Probably came from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough. There. That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something the old ones built.
This is a hereditary animal scribe. 2 and 7 of a commander's descent. Gotcha! Really what I wanted, but oh well. Okay, girl, you are never going to guess what happened on my way home last night. First thing I heard the sound like a herd of killer bees escaping out of a tin can. Then there's this weird light through the trees. I was totally hoping it was aliens, but nah, it was one of those old blue Spectrum LEDs, looking super creepy on the snow. As it got closer, I heard some yahoo letting out this weird guttural man shriek, as if it were doing some macho primal scream therapy, you know, with the 100,000 RPMs between his legs. Said Yahoo is none other than Dodd Blevins, our new director of security, or whatever his $20 title is. He's actually riding an old snowmobile. They're like 1,000 times more polluting than a combustion-era car. My expert professional opinion, Blevins is a grade A douche canoe. I'm deciding not to stick the security bot on his flabby rear. After all, he's practically our boss for the next 2 weeks, but Shells, you might want to take a bathroom break now, because you're going to lose it when you find out what I did instead. I was standing right next to one of the trail signs, and I could tell Blevins was headed for me, so I reprogrammed the stop sign to swap directions between Fairy Falls and Purple Mountain. If I could write you'd never get a snowmobile up there, I hope you bailed out. Look back to the lodge. Guess I'll be filing my first incident report right before this whole thing shuts down forever. I could let it slide like usual, but then where's the fun in that? Shells, where's the fun?
Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the dip? Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing? Another holographic interface. There must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. The lock positions. Helpful.
Oh, right. Left, up, down, up.
Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news.
Okay, like, how do we want to start this farewell thingy? We might be the last Satchel people to ever see this place. Yeah. Hence, you know, some.
Maybe my focus will see something.
Farewell thingy. We might be the last Satchel people to ever see this place. Yeah. Hence, you know, some.
Dear nobody, as far as I can tell, that's who's going to read this. These spooky guys showed up today with that creep Blevins to take measurements of our workstations, and next week they start installing Pharaoh servitors to do our jobs. Bye-bye, Shelley. Bye-bye, Laura. See you never. Hope you enjoy basic income. But it's going to be weird to say goodbye to this place. When Quentin and I split, this was all I had. Thank God for a job where I could sit at a panel and press buttons and cry all day. Which I think is why we're doing this, hiding the tapes of our rehearsals and the dam. These tapes are our memories, our ghosts. Through them, we get to haunt this place, keep it human in some small way. This control room is where I was sitting when Laura came in, dragging an old practice amp and a guitar behind her. Shell, she said, girl. So I was looking at schematics for the sites and I found the perfect practice space, the acoustics in this place. Seriously bonkers, like echoing through the entire valley kind of bonkers. Legit, you're going to soil yourself when you see it. I remember asking practice space. Peace, Shelley.
Like most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen? A piece is missing. Not getting in here without it.
That's just confusing me.
I could check my focus, see what it sees. And there's our troublemaker. Doesn't seem to be as good at getting out as he is at getting in. That Oseram must have forced his way through here. Are you all right?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. The forge gone cold. But nope. Nope. Not old Gildan.
You're... welcome? Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to... flood. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically, sparks some smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. And when the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones, but one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mom brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long, Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Oh, ring.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got two hands. I've got two hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well, I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gilden. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better.
Rough waters. No way I'd be able to swim.
Up ahead, girl. See the valve? Time to put our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place. Would you mind heading across and doing the honors? You know, I'm reminded of a delve I undertook out near the plains. Stone Road, Wild Cove, Lakefire. It's been 13 levels. No wall.
Okay. Yak, 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 yak.
Marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin!
On it.
Okay, spin the valve.
A little more now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
There. You should be able to lower the gate.
Huh? Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
One gate down.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate!
Okay.
A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further.
Okay, I'm gonna jump there.
I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. Now, how are we gonna get up there?
Let me look around. See what I can find. Looks like I could jump across on that rickety rusting platform.
Knew it!
Nice jump! Nice! What am I saying? That was stupendous! Never seen such absolute disregard for personal safety.
Thanks, I think.
Okay, let's see what this has to say.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! Caught sellouts and runaway cowards! We see Cut it. I forgot the words. Yeah. We started off so strong and then all just imploded. Well, that's sort of my MO. No. Heavy stuff. Switching gears. Band-Aid. We need one.
Dear Nobody, when I took this job, we had to watch this training holo. And I remember probably 2% of the actual holo. At some point, the holo welcomed me to the Dam family, and I felt like AJ that was such a missed opportunity because they could have called it a Damly and chose not to. And BJ, the idea that I would ever think of any of my coworkers as family was pretty ridiculous. But then one day I looked up and automation had whittled 6 people down to just Laura and me and I was signing papers to solve the family I thought I had. And suddenly my last coworker with her faded tattoos and perpetually arched eyebrows was telling me jokes and making me listen to bands I'd never heard of and cheer me up when I cried. Things were really good when it was just the two of us. We used to have these theme days. One time the sluice gates were open and we set up beach blankets on one of the catwalks in the intake tower and battled around this inflatable beach ball I had in my apartment for some reason. Laura messed around with the emergency PA and patched in a bunch of classical surf rock songs. We even put the sunscreen on the bridges of our nose. Laura called it the Concrete Beach Party. When Laura brought up band names, I knew it was pretty much right away that that would be our name, Concrete Beach Party. There was never really any other choice. Okay, now where? We're there somehow. Where is up? Up. There we go.
Oh, you're close, girl. Just spring across the gap. Ah, you're right above me. Just send that ladder on down.
Look out below.
Now, we've done this once before. Should be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side.
Let's set up the same way on this side. I should look for an access tunnel.
Up the ladder. we go. There's nothing in here. No goodies. And down we go.
Okay, Gildan, turn the valve.
It's not working! Damn thing's too heavy. Glance behind me, would you? See anything big and, broken?
Look for the counterweight. What? Nothing?
Looks like part of the counterweight broke off. If I can get up there, my weight might be enough to get it moving again.
Hang on, okay? I've got a plan.
I need to get up higher. I'd climb up that wreckage. That's pretty much what I do now.
And over.
I can't jump straight to the counterweight from here. But I could climb higher, go to that.
Going down. Got it. We're good to go.
You were a sight to see. Bounding from metal rust trap to metal rust trap. Still a bit of water, but low enough, wouldn't you say? Now then, where's that ring?
Good question.
Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snap maw! It's a snap maw! Very, very big snap maw!
I see it, Gildan.
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way.
Oh, it's gonna kill this damn thing. need... And I need health.
We'll find out after I've killed it.
Just about have it.
It's dead.
Marvelous. So, the ring. Maybe if you pry its jaws open and reach inside, guy can look.
You were right. This thing did swallow the ring.
That's the old Gildan intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but never mind. To the storage room. To the spoils. More old world treasures, perhaps? This place is full of surprises. Shall we have a look?
Didn't you want to get into the storage room?
I do. Fervently. But, well, I got time to poke my nose in if you did.
Okay, Shells. Shells, we're not focusing on that right now. Recording, okay? We're not even in the band meeting. Sort of counts as practice, right? Merch. We need merch. Stickers! You're not a real band until someone vandalizes government property with your sticker coins.
I have been asked to remind you that conversations determined to be irrelevant to servitor training are discouraged.
What were you saying about vandalizing government property?
Okay. Let's see here. Dear Nobody, we spent an hour plastering our stickers all over that servitor. Well, I say stickers. They were sticky notes from my desk. We stole the presentation and design of the other band logos, drawing little skulls and lightning bolts and broken hearts around the name. It's not like we had any actual work to do. When this began, we were told we'd be on-site advisors, going through the motions of our duties so that servitors could mimic our actions. But the government corporate creeps, shamed if I guess, mostly ignore us or yell at us for getting in their way. The robo-scab's weird oval head kept swiveling towards us, and it kept asking, "Hello, is this relevant to my training?" as we tried to duck out of its line of sight, ruining its chrome finish with sticky notes and shushing each other's giggles. Afterward, Laura stood in front of the thing and goes, "Servitor, this is very important. This is how you greet Blevins, okay? It's a sign of immense respect." I mean, will the servitor actually give Blevins the finger? Probably not, right? But a girl can dream. Screw the man, Shelley.
We drained enough water for what we need to do, but I wonder if I could empty out the whole dam. Pipes, valves. Maybe I can drain the rest of the water from here. All right, time to get the flow going to the right place.
I say this as a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Don't worry, I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each job, its proper tool. Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes.
Usually I'm trapped in the servitor hell over here. Got in this morning, and as usual, that one half-baked crone dolt was bumping up against the locked entry door in the reservoir room, moaning about requiring entry into the totality of the facility. Between its robot voice and those weird grindy sounds its limbs make, the acoustics reminded me of a track from one of those less accessible German post-punk bands. I've told them every night the pipe network decouples so that the reservoir can refill, and every morning it has to be reset manually. All you have to do is turn the valve thingy so that the water flows directly from the pump. The rest of the servitors seem to get it, but this guy won't stop bugging out. I mean, I know we're supposed to be on-site advisors, but this is stupid. This is getting ridiculous. Do I have to scratch the instructions into their stupid shiny faces? So... turbine.
You got a competent mind, girl. A mind for nuance and finesse. Not I. No, indeed. Not old Gildan.
Okay, well, let's see. I've got water coming out of here.
That didn't help. The water can't pass through. Right?
This job demands a certain degree of patience, doesn't it?
There we go.
I'm afraid I inherited my mother's restlessness.
Looks like I'm on the right track.
Nope.
Something's not right.
Been at this a while, girl. No room to judge, mind. I once spent half a day flummoxed by a Karja puzzle box.
There. One step closer.
Then if I turn here... go that way. This.
The water's flowing, just where it needs to. Getting there. That's not quite right. There, that should do it. I should head back. See if that took care of the rest of the work.
Got it working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
The door's open. Guess it was sealed because of the flooding. This must go down to the lower level.
Oh. The box.
Ugh, it stinks out here. Looks like that's everything.
Smell that?
I should head back up.
Smells like a Forge-side morning in the claim.
See? Check this out. We could just bang on this pipe, you know? Could we sample that or? Totally. Like, what about after? I'm sorry. Just a sec. Laura, I need to take a break. Laura. Hey. Laura.
see. Dear Nobody, I feel embarrassed now, thinking about following Laura out of the pump section like a kicked puppy, wondering what horrible thing I might have done, until she threw herself into this room and shut the door behind her and just screamed. The fear of abandonment is weirdly self-centered, because it presupposes that little old you are filled with such immense destructive power that you're capable of driving every person you care about away. Anyway, at the bottom of the dam, with her on one side of the door and me on the other side, she told me that Metallurgic had bought her mom's house, her whole neighborhood, in fact, out from under her to build a new server farm. Ugh, God, I don't even like that house, she said. I don't even like Indianapolis. I hated every minute I spent in that city as a kid. When they told us we'd have to leave the dam, I went back to my apartment and I sat on my bed and I prayed to God I don't even believe in, that I wouldn't have to move back home. That I wouldn't have to show up on my mom's front stoop with a suitcase and a bunch of stupid excuses. She's trying not to sound like she was crying, but she sounded like she was crying. I guess I got my stupid wish, huh? Asked her where she'd go and she laughed. Where else could she go? Back home to help her mom pack up the house to move back with her into whatever dank little one-room hole Metallurgic's displacement grant would allow them to afford. I think I could have dealt with being one of those losers who celebrate their 40th birthday living in the house they grew up in. But now I don't even have that. I had no idea how to make her feel better, so I just sat on the other side of the door, and I started singing the song we were working on, the one about being the last two girls on Earth, and eventually she started singing along. Love, Shelley.
Those drainage pipes lead into another room. Wonder what's in there.
So, as we circle back around to the matter of the supply room, would you look at that? Ha! You've drained this place completely. Could be that this old ruin is hiding a few more secrets down below. Of course, that storage room still awaits our perusal.
Ouch. How do you get into there, though? Just looking to... She doesn't really dive. I don't know.
I can't wait! Almost there! Soon I'll hold the looking glass in my hand. Just like Mom and I used to.
Well, let's go in here and see what it says. Okay. Left, up, down, up, right.
What are you doing with your hands there, girl? I can't believe that worked. I thought you'd lost your mind, tickling the empty air like that. Where is it? Where did it go?
I mean, this is it. We get to play together, what, maybe 2 more times? Nah, shells. Farewell tour! Reunion tour in like 6 months. Fans do it all the time. For our adoring
I
fans,
saw one in
it's
here.
not that hard to stay in touch, Shelley. We could practice in holospace. People always do that.
We got in a fight, Laura and I. After practice, we went out for drinks. There's this row bar in downtown Cody. So we called out an auto car and shuttled over. We were the only people in there. With the park closing, Cody's become a ghost town. The more we drank, the more passive-aggressive our banter became, snowballing out of our control. Metastasizing in the empty air between us, and then before either of us really knew what was happening, we were yelling at each other. I kept thinking, like, I'm not abandoning her, she's abandoning me, and I guess she was probably thinking something similar. We got quiet for a while, drank more. Eventually, Laura ordered an autocar, and we piled into it. Slid as far from each other on the back seat as we could, arms crossed, staring out of the window. And then I heard myself talking. Screw it, I don't care if you stay in touch with me, I'm going to stay in touch with you. Whether you like it or not, you're not getting rid of me ever. Laura looked at me for what felt like ages. I thought she was going to start yelling, but then her hand crept over mine, and we just sat there together. Bottoms up, Shelley.
Okay, let's fix the panel and shut this place down.
One doesn't imagine things, not two delves in a row.
Gilden? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. I was so sure. Right there in the window. I was... Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Gilden. It must have meant a lot to you.
Oh, well. Much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great Blazing Forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make. Oh, that's a whole lot prettier, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the Forge. You are a wonder! Do you hear that often? I'll hazard to guess you do.
I've heard something like that once or twice.
Oh, she's modest now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gilden.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? Whew, you're braver than me. There was no question of that.
No, I don't want to go there just yet. it's gonna hurt. Ouch. Not what I wanted to do. Oh, it takes long to think. That's the one I wanted right there. Fine. Let's go. Stuck on a ladder. Always stuck on a ladder. And I can never remember where.
Water's lower. And going by that sound, I think Lalai's already at the den. sound's getting louder. She wasn't kidding about the sound. Must be the entrance to this den.
Oh, the ladder. You stop doing that.
Live from the illustrious Overflow Basin Studios, it's Concrete Beach Party! A one, two, three, four! Hard sellouts and runaway cowards, we've seen your type before. You remove us from the premises, but it's us who's showing you the door. You make the world so hard to live in, then act like we should crave a spot. But if we're not good enough for your world, we think your world can rot. Trapped in a circuit of hell, we still know our world. Eating bones don't sell. We're the last girls on earth. Big dudes who draw big paychecks. We're all real impressed. You sing your robo-skeptic concrete beats until there's no one left. You cheapin', you're such rock stars. We think it's super cool when you face us and then you act like we should be making you. Trapped in somewhere hell, we still know our worth. Meat and bones don't sell. We're the last girls on earth.
I'm missing one. Where am I missing it? There? Nope. There's nobody. The other cars are on their way. Mine will take me to my apartment in Cody. Hers will take her to the vertiport. She brought her luggage with her to work today. Everything she owns packed into 2 little suitcases. She's wearing the fanciest outfit I've ever seen her in. It's her mom, she said. She bought me this outfit, if you can believe it. Normally, like, who cares? But I don't know. She's already dealing with a lot. We walked through the dam today listening to all these tapes. Read all these messages, and maybe this is one of those sign my yearbooks. We'll never lose touch things. But I'm not scared of losing Laura anymore. We're family. We didn't inherit each other or settle on each other. We chose each other's. No amount of distance, no number of jerks in bad suits or excuse obscenious robots are going to tear us apart. So listen, on the off chance that someone ever actually does stumble onto these things, here's the truth. There's this band called Concrete Beach Party, and for a second it was the best band in the world. And you, whoever you are really, really lucky, because you're the only person who ever got to hear them. See you never, the last girls on Earth.
You look happy to be playing again.
I don't know what you did, but the water drained in the snap of a short song. What do you think of the music?
I've never heard anything else like it.
That's because there's no other place with such resonance, such intonation that rattles your ribs with its power. And of course, no one else knows these pipes like I do. I learned them by ear before I could walk, strapped to my father's back. Thank you for draining the waters. Not just for myself, but for my ancestors and their songs. Please, take this as a token of our gratitude. Let's see. What shall I play next? The echoes are different off Whetstone. Sound is warmer.
I think that is about it for tonight.